Victory for the Warrington Wolves, 18 at the MKM Stadium as the Wire go back to fifth. It was a brilliant display, this one from Warrington. Where's this been for the last 8 rounds? They really were quite dominant in this game. Don't get me wrong, there weren't many chances, but they executed really well. What was really impressive for Warrington in this game was their defence. That's right. When you consider that both of these teams had to go through a lot of tackles, 299 for Hull FC, 307 for the Warrington Wolves. It was a tight game. The genius that was Matt Duffy was the difference in this game. Duffy, outstanding yet again for Warrington. He was good last week against Leeds, even better against Hull FC. Gary Schofield, are you watching? We know that Mr. Schofield in League Express has been quite damning about the Warrington Wolves number one. There's nothing that you can say other than quality in this one. First of all, the step for George Williams' try, a thing of absolute beauty. Oh yes, don't you dare worry about that. Absolute quality there. If you haven't seen it, well, you will have done. It was at the start of In the Shed. Absolutely incredible. And then his try, what a try. I mean, people will argue about the defence, but he's so evasive. Incredible run from Matt Duffy. Really put Warrington on the front foot. And of course, Matty Ashton getting the final try for Warrington, a lovely looping ball over the top from George Williams. Williams now 10 assists for the season for George Williams. He went in for his 8th try. Duffy, 10 tries now this season, 9 assists, second for tackle busts in the league, only just behind Bevan French. Duffy's having a great season for the Warrington Wolves. The interesting thing as well about this particular game was, of course, Warrington now have got the pack that they had at the start of the season. Harrison played loose forward, which is where he was playing quite a lot of rugby league at the start of the season. McKaylee and Vaughan back in the front line. Those three combined 400 metres in this game. That is right back to where Warrington was at the start of the season. Don't get me wrong, they're a million miles away in terms of the form, in terms of the connectivity of the team. However, that does bode well as we go into the latter stages of the season for the Warrington Wolves. They came up against a pack that, combined only got just over 400 metres. And of course, I'm not counting the metres that were made there by Ben Curry Nicholson or Cassiano. That's right, the whole pack of the Hull FC. Around about 450 metres compared to that 400 metres from 3 players alone. So that tells you a lot about Warrington Wolves' real bite down the middle that allowed for the expression to be made by the likes of Duffy Williams in this game. Another try for Matty Ashton, of course, that takes him up to 17 for the season. I have to pay credit as well to Adam Swift. Adam Swift scoring the first try, a fortuitous try. George Williams' pass going behind the Warrington players. Swift, it took some collecting, I have to say, picked it up, ran down the field of play for a very easy 4-pointer once he'd collected the ball for Adam Swift. That is Swift's 9th successive game scoring a try. 9 successive games. That's right, 9 in a row. He scored 11 tries in that time, and he's now up to 16 tries for the season. Adam Swift, you've got to take your hat off to him. Off to Huddersfield, of course, next year. This is obviously now is the end of Hull FC season in terms of playoff aspirations. I cannot see them now getting into any of the playoff places. I thought Chris Satai as well, this guy on his way to Catalan, another barnstorm. I mean, he put big minutes in, Satai, against the Warrington pack, 140 metres from 17 carries, 32 tackles as well. You've got to give him his due. He really had a good game. I thought Sutcliffe at time was easy on the eye. Brad Dwyer went for too many power plays near the line. I'd say that, it was about 4, maybe 5 times Dwyer attempted to go over from close range. I think, he does that far too many times. Warrington were wise to that. They stopped him pretty much every time. And really, Clifford, the left edge of Hull FC is where they like to go, the Clifford, Sutcliffe and Swift combination. And Warrington managed that really well. There was some really good, last-minute tackles as well. It weren't just Duffy's try and assist. Some of his play, Clifford went for a run, really putting Warrington under the cosh, and Matt Duffy, chased him down there in the second half. Matty Ashton also did a really good couple of cover tackles on Darnell McIntosh in the game. So this was a really good performance from Warrington Wolves. The Wire fans can't get too excited. The Primrose and Blue have got a lot of work to do if they're going to challenge in the playoffs. But this absolutely, last week against Leeds, and now this win against Hull FC, a step in the right direction. And if they can go next week and beat the Castleford Tigers at the Halliwell Jones Stadium, well, they probably will be looking pretty good in terms of a playoff place. I think they need another 2 wins. They'll probably be earmarking the next 2, Castleford and Salford away, for those 2 wins. And if they collect them and they can muster some form, maybe, just maybe, they can have a role to play in the playoffs. However, there's a long way to go for that, and they need to start really ensuring that the last two games form continues to improve. Current form isn't going to get them anywhere in the playoffs, but if they continue to build, there is a half chance. It's only a half chance, but it is a half chance. As for Hull FC, well, like I say, I think their season now is going to whimper away, unfortunately, for them. Next up for them, another team whose season's probably now going to whimper away is Leeds Rhinos. Of course, they play them at home next week. Then they go to Casford Tigers, Huddersfield at home, and then St Helens away. So, they'll still fancy themselves to pick up some points. Will it be enough to get them into the playoffs? I don't think so. If you haven't seen this game, then go and have a quick look at it. There's a great extended highlights on Hull FC's YouTube channel. I had the pleasure of watching the entire thing. Great game of rugby league, really tough down the middle, good battle, good arm wrestle, some nice tries. The Swift one, the two Duffy ones, absolutely. The Duffy try and the George Williams try off the Duffy assist, really worth a watch, outstanding. And at the end of it in the sheds, you're going to see that solo effort from Matt Duffy. So Warrington Wolves back on the gravy train. Warrington Wolves back into 5th place. Can they mount a challenge? I don't know, but hey, it's going to be interesting to watch. Hull FC 4, Warrington Wolves 18. We'll see you next time.